Okay, we are ready to go now. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. We are thrilled to have you to join us. Whether you're tuning in from across the country or across the globe, thank you for taking the time to join us. My name is Favor, and I represent Otic Surveys, and I'll be your host for this session. We are proud to bring you this exciting and insightful session on a hands-on guide to Survey Master app. I'm sure most of you have questions, you have issues, and we will deal with them in this session. So going forward, before we go forward, all questions will be attended to at the end of the session. So do well to note them down or drop them in the chat box. So please do that for us. So without further ado, I want to invite Surveyor Andrew Dokai, the Managing Director of Otic Surveys. He will be taking us through the webinar. Okay, over to you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please confirm you can hear me.
We can hear you, sir.
Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming today. We thought that it was necessary to do this webinar to just help a lot of surveyors familiarize themselves with the Survey Master app. Yeah, it's a very simple app to use, but we just need to show you a few things that will make you more effective and make you enjoy the app better. Okay, so you know Survey Master, the app is a product from Comnaf Technology. Comnaf Technology produces GNSS receivers. So I'm just going to give you a brief history of Comnaf Technology before I go into the main meat of this webinar. So Comnaf was established in 2012 and went into the business of producing GNSS receivers. Comnaf started with T300, and up to now, T300 is still in production. We have people that have been using T300 for close to 10 years. So in some places you may see Comnaf, in some places you may see GNSS. It's the same. They are the same. GNSS is the name of the receiver, and Comnaf is the name of the company. So Comnaf started with only receivers, but now they are into other products like total station, levels, 3D scanner, and others. At the end of this webinar, I will share with you a slide that has some of the information and some useful information that you can just keep for yourself and just go over later. Okay, so some of the GNSS models we have T series, N series, we have the T30, we have T300, we have N3, and for the past 2 years now, we've had the Universe series, where we have Venus and Mars, and now the latest one, which is Jupiter. Okay, so I think I've done justice to the introduction. Now let's go into Survey Master. Okay, can you just confirm that you can still hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So, Survey Master, for me, I believe that it is the easiest RTK GNSS app you can find. The interface is very easy to understand. Everything is well organized. Before I started using Survey Master, I used other apps. Yeah, and I just felt that Survey Master was just really, really easy to understand. So just relax, and we will explain how to get a firm grasp of the app. Okay, so some things you need to understand. You need to understand the versions of Survey Master. Now, for many years, Survey Master was free. You can just download it. There was a time it was on Google Play Store. You can just download and install on your phone. But like 2 years ago, Comnav started charging for the app. Now, but all the apps that have been released before, they are still free. They are still free. So up to version 3.4, all the apps up to version 3.4 are free. You can download them on your phone and use free of charge. From 3.4 upwards, it's no longer free. Those ones you can install those ones on your data logger. That's your CyanoGenesis data logger, free of charge. But once you want to install on a phone, it won't work. So if you are using phone, you can use the version 3.4 downwards, free of charge on your phone. If you're on CyanoGenesis controller, anything from 3.5 up to now, we have 4.0. You have to install on your data logger. It's not free on phone, but you can install on your data logger free of charge. So can somebody said not clearly here? Can you confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. It could be in their network.
Can somebody aside Ephraim Omotola and Barakat confirm that they can hear clearly? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So this version 3.4, if you need it, you can reach out to us. We will share with you. What we will do, we will put it on Google Drive and share with you so that you can get a feel of the app. And those of you that we have some surveyors that use the Survey Master on their phone and some use it on their data logger, you can just have it permanently. It will always be on the Google Drive. So we will send you the Survey Master app. We will send you a short presentation for this webinar that you can keep and go through later. Yeah. Okay, so I've talked about the versions. I've talked about the free one, the paid one. So for the paid one, if you have a phone or another data logger that is not CyanoGenesis, you can still install the paid one. You just have to pay for it. That's all. That's all. It's not like you cannot use those new ones on any other data logger or phone. You can. You can. Just have to pay for the app. That's all. Okay. So let's get into the Survey Master proper. We will start with the layout. Confirm you can see my screen.
So you can see your screen now. The screen is up now.
Please, if you can see my screen, just type ahead. Okay. So that I can move ahead. Thank you, Richard. Okay, so this is Survey Master. Now, you can see this three line button here at the top left. you find this button on almost all the versions. So this my version is 4.0. If you look at where my mouse is, you can see the newer versions of Survey Master will show the version here at this bottom here underneath the serial number of the receiver. The newer versions, you see it here. But for older ones, you can also come here and come to like software registration or about for older ones. So you can see the version here too. Yeah. So go back. I'll come back here. I'll come to settings. And if you are with Survey Master, if you are with your own data logger, you can open it up. You can open it up, and be following what I'm doing. Okay. So on the settings, you see different settings that you can change, but I'm mainly interested in just a few of them. Now, look at interface style. Yeah, we normally use minimalist. This one that we just group everything into project, device, survey, and tool. This is the one we normally use, minimalist. We don't use colorful, which is this one. So most of our tutorials you will find online. This is how you will find them. This type. So it doesn't matter. You can still find your way around this one. It's preference. We prefer this one. So the other thing is coordinate order. So in Nigeria, we use Easton before nothing. Yes, if you are plotting in AutoCAD, it's Easton before nothing. So when you have the app, it will come. The order will be nothing Easton. You can change it to Easton nothing. It makes it easier for you to understand what you are doing on site. Okay. Now, the other one is voice. If you can't hear the app, it may be that these ones are switched off, so you can come and switch them on back. The screen orientation is always vertical. Our data logger and phone, they're in portrait. But if, for example, you are working with a big tablet, a landscape tablet, you can change it to horizontal frame. Also, if you want it to be changing from vertical to horizontal based on what you are using, you can use automatic, just like your phone. Your phone can change from portrait to landscape. Yeah, so it can do that, but just leave it on vertical. This is what we normally use. So these are the main settings we normally change here. Normally look at to ensure that everything is working fine. You can also come here if you want to check version. See it here, about. Okay, so now I want to go into the core matter. Okay, before I do that, let me just talk about this interface. We just mentioned the project, device, survey, and tools. Now, for you to really grasp this app, you will see that everything pertaining to project is under project. Look at the first one, project datum, element. Element is like the database of all your points in that project. When you are measuring, everything goes into the element. Site calibration was not under project before, they just brought it. If you look at older versions, it wasn't under, but it can be under site, it can be under project because you are doing site calibration per project. So import points into your project, export points into your grid sheet, code leaf, everything here pertains to project. Now we go to device. Everything under device, connect to the device. Is it rover device or base device? Tell me the device information. Where is the position of my device? Is my device registered or has it expired? Log static data on my device. Everything is under device. Also, if I want to upgrade firmware of my device, I will come here to the other settings here under more. Yeah, your own survey master, depending on the one you are using, may not have more, but just check. This one under this one, the other settings here. This one, NMEA output, we normally use it when we are doing when we are supplying coordinates to an external device. For example, when we are doing bathymetric survey and we want the receiver to supply coordinates to the echo sounder, we come to the NMEA and select it for it to output the coordinates to the echo sounder. Also, if you are using our laser scanner or some other device, external device, you want the GPS to supply coordinates to that device, you need to come and do this. Okay, so under survey, everything pertaining to survey is here. You can see topo survey, stake point, load your card for your survey. So they've introduced some new functions, stake line. You can also check under more too. Area survey, control survey, everything pertaining to survey is under survey. Tools. So everything pertaining to tools, card align, area, you want to calculate area, Kogo, 2 points. For example, you're on site and you are on site and they say, surveyor, can you help us measure from that point to that other point? Maybe the distance is like 200 meters. Instead of you to use tape, you can use your GNSS. You just use this function. Pick your point at one end and pick the other end, and it will give you distance. So there are many tools here that you can use. So under tools you can see here. So I've explained this interface. Just understand it that way, and you have a good grasp of the app. This here shows you your coordinates. Here, number of satellites that are being tracked. So here is your HRMS and VRMS. That's a horizontal root mean square error, vertical root mean square error. So let us talk about, like I said, the main use Survey Master app or any other RTK app. When you are working with RTK, you are going to follow these 4 basic steps, no matter the RTK you are using. Once you grasp these 4 basic steps that we call the 4 C's. Hello, can you see my screen? Sorry, I had a little internet glitch there. Can you see my screen?
It was yes, sir, we can see your screen now.
Okay, so I want to talk about the four C's. The 4 C's of connecting to any RTK equipment. The 4 C's. There are only 4 things you need to do for any RTK equipment. The first thing is what you do, you connect. The second thing is you create project. The third thing is you choose datum, and the fourth thing is you choose work mode. Please, did you get that? Connect. The 4 C's. The 4 C's. Say I can see the 4 C's, the 4 mighty C's of connecting to any RTK. When you want to use any RTK, just 4 C's. You connect your first thing is that you must connect your receiver to your data logger. You must connect your receiver to your data logger. That's the first thing. The second thing is you create project. For every job you are going to do, you need to create project. Create a project for that job. For example, if you are doing if you go to a site today for Mr. Andrew at Banana Island, you create it, Mr. Andrew Banana Island. Tomorrow you go to another site, Mr. Mr. Ikene, Chevy View Estate. You go again another day, Mr. Gbemiga, Port Harcourt job. You go another day to site, you have a job in the north. Let's assume you have a job in Kano. You say Kano project for Mr. Habib Kano project. You understand? So that way you organize your work properly. You can always go back to see your project and see what you did there. Then after you have created projects, definitely you now have to choose Datum or coordinate system, which is here, Datum coordinate system. You have to choose Datum or coordinate system. In some equipment, it's coordinate system you see there. In this one, you use Datum. So that's the next thing. Choose Datum, because you definitely have to work with a Datum, with a coordinate system. So after that one, you choose work mode. You have to choose your work mode. Are you working in internal radio mode? Are you working in external radio mode? Are you connecting to core station? You need to choose your work mode. You need to choose your work mode. Those are the 4 C's. Those are the 4 C's. Are you still with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ahead. Okay. Okay, so somebody list the 4 C's for us so that we can move forward. List the 4 C's.
Bible, you can unmute your mic and talk now.
Okay. One more person. 4 C's, one more person. God bless you, Hannah. God bless you. Okay. Now, so this is how to create projects. Very easy. You come to projects. I'm using 4.01. What you see, if you are using an earlier version, may look a bit different, but it's the same idea, it's the same process. I'll come to project. From project, I will click new. It may be add on your own. I don't know what version you're using. You can see, I will put the name of the project here. I will put the name of the project here. Webinar. Can you see? Can you see my screen? Can you see webinar? I've named my project webinar. Can you see? Confirm you can see. So
We can see your screen, sir.
So that's how you create. You name you name your project and then you click OK. You click OK. Then here you can now choose your datum or coordinate system on the next page. This one has been created. I can choose it now. On this version of Survey Master, if you want to modify or delete, you need to swipe to your right. You see, I swiped. You need to swipe to your right on this version. On other versions, earlier versions, you will hold it down. If you are with your Survey Master, you can hold it down and click modify. You can hold down and click modify. In earlier versions, you can hold down and click modify. Please confirm you can see my screen. Can you see coordinate system, common coordinate system on my screen? Okay. So like I said, in this version, you swipe. Let me go back. You swipe. Sorry. I click OK. Webinar, I click OK. This one now, this China Beijing, I don't need it. I'm in Nigeria. I will swipe like this, and then I will just click delete. On your own, what you need to do is to just hold, if your own is an area, and click delete or modify if you want to modify the coordinate system. So now, here and say, if on your own, you will see customize and add from predefined. Predefined are the ones that have been added from in the software before. The predefined are the coordinate systems that come with the software. Let's go so that you can see what I'm saying. Add from predefined. You can see here I will need to change. I will need to change to. I will need to change from country to Nigeria because we are in Nigeria. In Nigeria, I'll come to Nigeria. Now here you see I can, if I'm in 31 knots, I will select 31 knots. If I'm in 32 knots, if I'm in 33 knots, I will select. I have 31 knots there already. So let me click 32 knots. I'll click OK. So you can see. That's how to add from. So I'll just click OK again. Even though it's 31, I'm in 31, I'm not in 32. So I'll click OK again. I'll just click OK again here too. And click OK. So it has if I come to that one now, you can see this is my coordinate system. If I want to change, I can come here. My 32 is here. I don't want to select 32 because I'm not in 32. Now, that's one way from predefined. The other way is to customize. The other way is to customize. For example, if I'm working on a project, and the project people say their requirement is, please, we want our coordinates in WGS84. The WGS84 does not come with the app. I will need to customize and create it on the app. So I'll just call it WGS84. My source ellipsoid is always WGS84. My target ellipsoid, I will also choose WGS84. I'll click OK. My projection is UTM. So I'm in zone 31. I can either type 31 here, or I can click on this one. This one will only work. This button here, get, will only work if you have done the first step, which is connect your receiver to your data logger. If you have connected to your data logger, this button will work. So I've connected, so I'll just click this one. You can see it brought it out by itself. This one, we are in Northern Hemisphere. This project, don't worry about it. Just leave it like that, 0. Please, if you are still with me, say I'm here, ahead. Either you type I am here or ahead, so I know we are still together. If you can see me on project page now, I've put 31 knots. Okay. Thank you. So I'll just click OK. Now, 7 parameters. I'm working in WGS84. There's no transformation parameter. I will leave that one as closed. All these ones I will leave them, but geoid model, I will come here and switch it on. With geoid model, you can get a good mean sea level height. I'll come and select this one and I'll click OK. So everything is set now. My source, my target. I have created WGS84 coordinate system. So if you want to work in WGS84, this is how you set it. All I have to do now is just to click OK. You can see it is here now. So I can select it and click OK. This one may be different. On your own, it may be select and click apply. It may be okay, depending on the version you have. No problem. It's the same. I click OK again until it takes me to this page. I know that everything has been set. Okay, so step by step, we created projects. We call this webinar. You can see webinar at the top. The next thing we did, okay, first thing we did was to connect our receiver. I had connected my own already, but it's here, connection. You connect here to your receiver. The next thing is what? Create project, which we did. We created project. The next thing was datum. We created datum. You don't need to create datum all the time. Once you have created it, you can be using it forever and ever. Forever and ever. Okay, Habib, nice one. You can send us a message. So the reason why most equipments don't come with EGM 2008 is that it is heavy. That file is heavy. So you see, most equipments come with EGM 96, but we have EGM 98 only for Nigeria if you want. But most heights in Nigeria are EGM 96 from my observation. So you need to be careful which height you are using because you will not get the same exact value. Okay, so I want to use this one. I'll just click any one. I use my W84 and click OK. Click OK again. Okay, now we have done the third one. The last one is choose work mode. That one I'll do it under device, work mode. I'm using only Rover and I'm connecting to course. So I'll come to Rover and this is my course station. I'll connect to my course station. Yeah, OT Kaja, this is our course station. I'll just connect here, click start. So just, if you are connecting to course station, make sure that you have internet on your data logger before you connect. You can see I have a fixed solution now. Yeah, so this is what we want. So 4 steps and I have my fix. 4 steps and I have my fixed solution. Connect your receiver, create to your data logger, create project, choose your datum, and then choose work mode. If I'm not using course, I will have to choose maybe internal radio or external radio. You understand? So this is a radio mode. You can see here, default radio mode. I can create that one. I don't have it here, but I can just create it quickly for you to see. Data link type, internal radio. It can be SN long link, it can be transparent, but it's easy to create and save. So internal radio, I've created it. This is it here. This is it here. So you can see, if I was using internal radio, this is what I will use. I will just click this one and click start. But I'm not using internal radio. I'm just using course for this tutorial. So and if I'm connected to my base, because I've disconnected now, let me connect back. If I'm connecting to my base, I will click. If I'm connecting to my base, I will click. I will come to base. I will come to base, and then I will choose the base work mode I want to use. Yeah. So base can be internal radio, it can be external radio, but Rover is always internal radio. Rover is always internal radio. Rover is always internal radio, or if you are using course, there's no external radio Rover. There's no external radio Rover. Even if your work mode is external radio, the external radio will be on your base. It is on in your base settings that you choose external radio. In your Rover settings, it will be always internal radio. Please, did you get that about internal radio? Okay, did you get that? Can we have like 2 more people confirm? Did we get that about internal radio? Okay, so So the next thing is when we go to settings, survey settings, which is very important. We come to survey settings, you come to survey, topo survey. This is the settings here. This is the settings icon here. This thing that looks like a screw. This icon that looks like a screw here. Your own may be different, but look for this screw icon. It will be there. Your own may be different. Look for this screw icon. So I'll come here, and under here you see survey, stake, road, tilt, PPK, card, information. I will talk about the ones that are important. Now under survey, your HRMS and your VRMS, you see we have changed our own to 0.1, 0.1. Now the reason why it is good to increase it like this is sometimes when you are far from a coast station, or when your base and your rover is far from the base, you will not be able to have a very high, a very low RMS, which low RMS signifies good accuracy. You can see my RMS here just 3 mm, 4 mm, 5 mm on the vertical. By the time I'm very close to the coast, see distance to base, 2 meters. If I was far, if the farther I go from the coast, from my base, the more these HRMS and VRMS will increase. So sometimes you will be far away from the coast, and this one will be high. And when you try to measure, it will be telling you accuracy cannot meet. So that's why it's good to set this one as 0.1, 0.1. If you are still getting accuracy cannot meet after putting 0.1, 0.1 here, it means that your solution is really, really poor. You can come and change it if you want, but it means that your accuracy is really, really poor. But 0.1 is 10 cm. 0.1 is 10 cm. So no matter how far you are from what we have seen, you will not get your HRMS will not get to this one. 0.1. So with this, you will not have that error. Accuracy cannot meet. Accuracy cannot meet. So it's telling you, when it's saying accuracy cannot meet, it's telling you that what you put here, for example, if you put 0.001 here now, and here to 0.002, because most times and then you are trying to survey. You are trying to survey, and it may tell you accuracy cannot meet. Can you see? Can you see? It did not measure. It did not measure. It's I don't know if you can hear that sound. Can you hear that sound? Can you hear that sound? So if you may be able to hear that sound. So you see, I'm on P1 since. I've been trying to measure. I'm on P1 since. If I had measured, it will increase to P2. If I measure it will increase to P2. So let me go back and change it. Yes, the accuracy cannot meet is showing on my phone, but it's not showing on my laptop. I'm sharing from my laptop. That's why you cannot see that message. If not, you'd have seen the accuracy cannot meet there. So now if I measure, you see, this P has changed to P2. Can you see P1 has changed to P2 now? Confirm, I can see. Say I see. P1 has changed to P2 now because I was able to measure. I will measure again. It will change to P3. You can see it has changed to P3. Say I can see. If you can see that my point number is now P3, I can see. Okay. Only Victor and Habib. Any other person can see. It has changed from P1. Okay, let me measure again now. This P3 here will change to P4 once I measure again. You can see. Okay, good. So for example, now the way we work, the way we work, this is code. So the way we work, this is the way we work. We return the name to number. We start with 001 like this. Depending on if it's a small project, you can use 01. If it's a big project, you can use 001. Or 0001, depends on you. Now, code will now be, if I measure pillar, boundary point, I'll put PL here, then I'll measure. You can see. So I measure another pillar again. You see, when I'm measuring boundary points, I change it to pillar. When it's time for me to measure road, this name, I will not modify this name. This name will just be increasing on its own. It's only the code I'll be changing to identify everything I'm measuring. So when I get to road, I'll put RD. I continue, I just click measure. You can see. When I get to wall fence, I just put WF and I measure. I measure. Can you see? Can you see? Say I can see. Okay. Okay, you can see. Thank you. Now, don't forget too that when you're measuring, if height is important, you need to put the correct height here. If your height is 2 meters, you put 2 meters here. If it's 1.8, you put 1.8, whatever it is. So now another thing you need to know here is that all your points you are measuring are inside this icon that looks like a cylinder. This cylinder. I will click on it now. This cylinder. You see all my points. Can you see all my points? See all my points that I'm measuring. Can you see? These are my points. So I click modify. You can see this is the wall fence point. You can see my coordinates and everything. These are my points. They are here. My easting, my northing. Yeah. So all your points when you are measuring, they are inside here. You can come here. You can also come here too under project. You can see it's the same drum. The same icon is here too. You can see it's here too. So topo survey. So my topo survey. So I've shown you how to organize your naming, the naming of your points. I've shown you where I've come here to settings to show you how to set your HRMS and VRMS so that you are not getting accuracy cannot meet error. I'll also show you something now. Sometimes you're on site and the place that you want to pick, you can't get fixed there. Even you know you can't get fixed there, but you want that coordinate. You want that coordinate. You want that coordinate. So what we do is see here under survey, you click fixed. This is fixed. This one means that it will only save points that are fixed, that have fixed solution. Fixed, you can see fixed here, D1. D1, you can see fixed here. So if you want to pick a point on float, you come here under fixed and switch it off.
Sorry about that. We're having trouble with our connection. He'll be back shortly. Before he comes back on, please do well to drop your questions in the chat box so that you don't forget. They'll be addressed at the end of.
This is what?
Export.
Sorry, can you see my screen? Okay. So if you want to pick points on float, you switch off this fixed here. I don't know, because I'm using laptop. I'm running a simulation of the Survey Master on my laptop. That's the fix. I can't switch it off. but that's what you need to do. You just switch it off and click OK. You will be able to pick points on float. You're able to pick points on float. So the other thing I need to show you is that thing I need to show you. Okay, if we come to information. So on the survey screen, on the top of survey screen, you can display all this information, but you don't need them. What you need most times is just your listing, nothing. Anyone you don't want to see, you just select it and move it back here. Your own display may be a bit different, but it's the same idea. Listing, nothing, Z. You can also do distance to base. So you want to know how far you are from the base or from the core station. It will show everything. So this is what, under information, this is what we display on your information panel here. See this panel at the bottom here. Listing, nothing, Z, and to base. You understand? So that information. So now I've shown you how to pick points. This one too, I set it at 1 second. You can change it from these same settings too. From these same settings, you will see occupation time. You may change it to 5 seconds. I click OK. You can see it has changed to 5. Can you see it has changed to 5 from 1 second? Please type. I can see it has changed to 5. So if I want to measure now, you see it to count down to 4, 3, 2, 1 before it measures. Can you see? Can you see? I've changed it to 5. Somebody confirm you can see. I've changed it to 5. 5 seconds measurement from 1 second. It was 1 second before. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I've talked about survey settings. I've talked about how you can increase this one so that you don't have accuracy can meet error. I've talked about how you can increase your occupation time from 1 second, from 5 seconds to, you can increase any number of seconds. You can put 30 seconds, whatever you want. I've talked about how you can arrange the information you are seeing there here by either moving some here this way. You can this BLH is lat long. If you want to see your lat long coordinates, if you want to see your lat long coordinates, you just put on this BLH. If I click OK now, can you see my lat long is showing? Can you see my lat long is showing? BLH, lat long and ellipsoidal height. You can see this is my ellipsoidal height. This up one is my autometric height. Can you see? Can you see? So you can see. But most times you don't need to see the two at the same time. So you can decide what you want to see using the information tab here. Using the information tab here, you can decide what you want to see. Okay. So I think so now. So one more thing that I just want to talk about here is this icon here, which is tilt, which is your tilt. I'm not going to use it because the rover is on a tripod. It's not on a pole for this webinar. I can't put it on a pole definitely because I can't tilt it. It's on its own. So, but this tilt icon, you need to know this tilt icon. If you want to initialize your tilt, if your pole height is correct, it's your pole height 1.8. If it is not 1.8, you come to edit and change it here. So this is the tilt icon. If you are seeing this message, tilt unavailable, look for this icon. This
I can't hear you. Can anyone hear him? If you can, indicate in the chat box. Let's see. Okay, that should be a connection problem. So let's wait for him to connect back. Join. Sorry about that. Let's wait for him to connect back. While we wait, you can take the time to go through all you've heard and put your questions in the chat box. But don't worry, very soon I will enable the microphone so that you can speak. But for now, just put your questions in the chat box. Yes, Ephraim, you will be able to hear Savandri is not connected yet. So let's hold on. Let's hold on, please. Please. Habib, yes, I can see your question about connecting data logger to receiver. With the Zoho app, yes, if Oluwa, just look down. You will see the speaker icon. You can unmute yourself because I've enabled your microphone. So you can speak. Can anyone hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you. All right, thank you. So I have questions. I use Node Genesis, and I use the Survey Master app as well. Now, the app is registered for my data logger.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Please just put down your question. We've noted the question. You put it in the question and answer section, right?
Okay, I'll do that now.
You can either drop it in the chat box or the question and answer section, please.
All right.
You can be able to go through all we have for today, but there will be time for questions. We'll address all your concerns. Thank you. Okay. So can you hear me?
Yes, I got you, please.
No, I meant Andrew.
Okay, sorry about that. Like call it break in transmission. Really, really sorry. So, okay, we're talking about stakeout. We had an internet issue here. We're talking about stakeout. So you can come and stake out a point from what you've picked already from your element. You can also stake out from your imported points. You can also come to element and add what a point you want to stake out. Just put the easting, the northing, the Z, and then you can stake out. So I've shown you 3 ways to stake out. For example, you can stake out from the points you've measured. For example, you're on a site, you're measuring points, and you want to go back to a particular point. Just come and look for the ID here and stake it out. That's one. Another way is you can come to your element and click add and add the point, the coordinate of the points you want to stake out. Another way too is to import the points. If you have a long list of points in a CSV file, you can come and import. Now, if you look at this, you will see that there are different formats. Usually we use this one for our stakeout, name, NEZ, the name of the point, nothing, easting, and Z. So you can just click on it. Okay, let me tell you one trick now. If you want to know how to import your points, pick some points, export it, and then open it. You will see the way it is arranged. That's how you will now arrange the points you want to import. Do you understand? Let me repeat myself. For example, you are new to Survey Master. You want to import points. Or this idea will work for any equipment, any good equipment. Let me put it that way. You pick some points. You don't know how to import. So what you do, you pick some points. You export the CSV file. Then you see the way the app arrange the CSV file. You will now arrange your own that way. Then import it back into the app. If you understood what I said now, say I got you. I got what you said. Just one person. Just one person. I get the idea. I get the idea. Okay, got it. Got it. Understood. Okay, okay. So this one now, I'll just click. I'm selecting this format. You can import different formats. See, you can come and import your KML, your Google file. You can come and import your Google file, your Google Earth file. So you can import. This is the one we use normally. This one here. So I'll just select it and click next. Then you now navigate. Usually it depends on the Survey Master. Usually Survey Master will want you to put your data, your import data inside your data folder. If you go on your data logger, you go to Cyanogenesis folder, SM, data. That's where you should put your data. But you can always navigate. You can always navigate to wherever your points are. You can see. You can see. So parent directory, data, SIMA, you can always navigate to wherever you have kept your point. So I'll now select the one I want to import here and click OK. So that was fast. The points are not much. If the points are much, it may take some time. So once I import my points, I will now go to where will I find my points? Who can guess the correct answer? Where will I find my points that I've imported? No. Where will I find my points that I've imported? God bless you, Taiwo. So I'll come to elements. One free cap for Taiwo. Favor, please take note. One free cap. It's too late, Egbekunle. And it's too late. So see the points I imported. You see input point, 81 points. Can you see? See my points. See the points I imported. So when you're importing your Z, you can just put an arbitrary value for your Z, like 10 or 100. Doesn't matter, but you must put something in your Z column. This is my point name, nothing, easting, and height. Yes, so, but for your height, you can put anything arbitrary there. Then from beginning to the end, doesn't matter. It's easting and nothing, but it will want you to put something in that column in your CSV file. So this is it. So when I open my element like this, I can select anyone and do stakeout. You can see. You can see it's now telling me distance to my point. Those are just arbitrary points we put just for this tutorial. They are not real points, but you can see. Yeah, so it will show you distance to your point, and so that's how to stake out from a CSV file. You copy the CSV file first to your data logger, copy it into your Survey Master folder. You see it's Cyanogenesis SM, maybe it's data folder, or maybe sometimes it's called, I think, Survey Export folder or something. Just put it there, put it where you can remember, then you can navigate to it. When you come to import, you can navigate to it. Just make sure you arrange it well so that when it enters, nothing will be under nothing, easting will be under easting, and everything will be properly arranged. So another thing you can do too is you can also, instead of importing CSV, you can also import a CAD file. Yeah, I think I've done this import already. So you can see I imported this CAD file. You can see. So from this CAD file, you just zoom in well, and you can stake out points. Just select a point, move this icon to the point you want to stake out. It will stake it out. You can see. Yeah, so that's how it's very easy. It's very easy. Just move that arrow to the point you want to stake out. It may look a bit different on your own, but it's the same concept. It's the same concept. So to stake out a CAD file, you copy the CAD file to that your data folder. You come to CAD. It may not show as CAD on your own. So you come to manual search, and then you can navigate to it. This is my file here. This is my file. Just select it and I click OK. That's how I imported that one. So that's how you can stake from a CAD file. You can stake single point. You can stake from a CSV file. If you are still with me, say I am with you, so that we can move forward. We are almost done. The key thing I've given you, which will help you forever, is those 4 C's. Once you understand those 4 C's, every other thing you can always find your way around those ones. So after you have finished your work, now you need to export. You need to export. You can come to project again. You come to project export. Now, you can export as this CSV file name. You can export as DXF. When you export as DXF, you can now open it in AutoCAD and save it as DWG. Yeah, so that's AutoCAD. You can export, those of you that do GIS, you can export as shapefile. You can export as KML to put on Google. So Survey Master really gives you a lot of options. Whether you are doing GIS work, you are doing normal survey work, you have a lot of options to export your file. So shapefile, KML, CSV, even as HTML file, that's HTML is a web page. That's HTML is web page. You can export as a web page. So I've shown you how to import. Okay, so let me export my data. Let me just try one. I can click on this one, next. So I can survey points, all my survey points. If I want to import, if I want to choose add other things, I can put input points, every other thing I can put, but I just want to export my survey points. That's the points I surveyed, and I'll click next. It will ask me where I want to save my file. See the name of my webinar. I'll just save it there. And then I click OK, and that's all. I click OK, and that's all. So it will now save into a folder inside my Survey Master folder. But usually when you export like that, it will tell you to share through Bluetooth. You can see Bluetooth. Once you export, it will tell you share through Bluetooth. You can now share with your phone or with your laptop or any other Bluetooth device. It will export it into your data logger, and it will ask you to share. So you will now have it on your data logger, and you will have it with the device you shared the data with. So I think with that, I've shown you all you need to use Survey Master. I've shown you from the beginning how to format your Survey Master, everything from the settings, arranging your coordinate order. I've shown you everything you need. I'll show you how to create projects, Datum. Okay, so for Datum, I think we did customize. We customize this one now. If you are working in the East where they use NTM, you will do customize. And when you come here, you will use just make sure you are using you choose Clark Affinity. Just make sure you choose on projection. You will choose Traverse Mercator. Yes, this is where you put all your NTM parameters. This is where you put all your NTM parameters. So if you are doing NTM, this is where you put your NTM parameters. But UTM, a lot of us use UTM. No need for all those parameters. Just put your zone. That's all. And click OK, and you are gone. You are done. So I think it was necessary to mention that. Okay, so I show you how to create coordinate system, Datum, some equipment, they call it Datum. I show you where all your points are, elements. Show you how to import. I show you how to export. These are the main things you need. How to connect to your device, how to configure your rover, whether you're connecting to core station or internal radio. Once you have created your work mode on this place, here, you don't need to create it again. It will always be there. The same thing with your Datum too. Datum, once you have created your Datum, you don't need to create it for every project. You just go and select it. Just create once and use. So under survey, your main business is topo survey. It's from here you pick all your points. Yeah? From here you pick all your points. You can see the background map, the Google map in the background. It's also very helpful. Now, somebody asked me one time like that his points are not falling on the Google properly. That he's seeing a shift. So if you want your Google map to align with the points you are picking, you need to work in WJ64, not Mina. Mina and Google coordinate are not the same. Somebody say, I hear. Mina and Google coordinate are not the same. Somebody say, I hear. So that if you are working and you want the two of them to align, you work in WJ64. We have created WJ64 here already. In fact, we've had a situation with even what's it called, with a Lebanese company that they call, say, my friend, my coordinates not falling on the right place. So he was working in the east. So when we now told him, now asking what coordinate system are you working in? He said he's working. I think he's working in NTM. He said, like, there's no way it can fall. So he changed it to WJ64, and then no problem again. So if you want your coordinate to align with Google, this is what you will use. But if you are just doing normal survey, our normal survey, we use Mina, whether it's Mina 31 or 32. Yeah. Then another thing I should mention, if you are using Mina, it depends on where you are too. For example, like Lagos, we have 7 parameters that we use. You will come and put it here. Put your 7 parameters here. You can always change some to 0. It should be 0. So here, you put your 7 parameters. Like in Lagos now, we put our 7 parameters here. Depending on the state where you are, if you have 7 parameters, this is where you put it. This is where you put everything. So I think we have showed you the most important things you need to know. You can experiment on your own with other things, but the key things I've told you about the different versions. That 4.0 work on your phone, except you pay for it. 3.4 downwards will work. Static, you can log static also. I've not talked about static. You can log static receiver memory or on the data logger. It's up to you. It's processing. You log static. So I think we are okay. If you have any questions, I can take questions. Just a few questions, and then we close. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, now it's time to hear from you.
So, did they send in some questions already that we can answer, or
Yes.
you want to send your questions now?
Yes, sir. We have a question from Habib. He says his question is about connecting data logger to receiver. He said, I have South receiver and Sino GNSS receiver. I wanted to connect the receiver to the data logger using Bluetooth, but it did not connect. So that's the
Again, I
question,
have
sir.
Sino GNSS receiver.
And South receiver. He wanted to connect the receiver.
He wants to use 2 of them together on site.
Yes, sir. He wanted to connect the
Yes,
receiver
you
to
can
the
do that.
data logger.
If your data logger is not connecting to your receiver, I don't know which one was not connected. Maybe it's your South or it's the Sino. Well, some of the things you can do is try another data logger so that you are sure that your Bluetooth is working. Another thing you can do too is to restart the receiver.
Okay.
Those are a few things you can do. Restart the receiver another thing you can do is to close your app, but usually it will connect. You should not have connection problem. So if your question is now you are trying to pair South and Sino GNSS on site, maybe that's what you're asking. The way to pair South and Sino GNSS on site is to use the same protocol. For example, Sino uses transparent. But you can use other protocols. You can use TrimTalk. You can also, there's even South protocol, so you can change Sino to South protocol and South to South. You understand? So just make sure that 2 of them are using the same protocol and use the same channel. That's all. Use the same protocol, use the same channel. The channel, we determine the frequency. Make sure the frequency numbers are the same. So that's how to connect. Next question, please.
Okay, next question is from Habib Lara. So he said, if you have EGM 2008, can you help us attach it to the lecture? Okay, we'll attach that to the lecture after. Next one is from Richard. He said, changing the coordinate order from Newton's and distance to Easton's and Newton's and Easton's order will display the coordinates in that order, but the headers will still remain Newton's and Easton's.
Yes, so let me answer that one now. Let me answer that one before we move to the next question. So for that one, yes, you are right. that coordinate display is for display so that you can be seeing it the way we see coordinates here. It's not nothing. But the way the Survey Master is configured to put nothing first. You understand? So it's configured. Even when you are importing data into Survey Master, you have to arrange it nothing instant. You get, so you are right. But if you for your visual for it to be easy for you to see and understand, you can do that coordinate order change. Yeah, next question.
Okay, this from Barakat. Barakat asks, can we upgrade our data logger? If yes, would it alter the settings would I have to do the setup all over again rather? If we can upgrade our data logger.
Ask that again.
Okay, Barakat asks if we can upgrade our data logger, and if yes, would it alter the settings that had already been done in the data logger? Would he have to set it all over again?
If what happened to the data logger?
If he upgrades the data logger, that is upgrading.
Oh no. If you upgrade, everything will still be there. You will not lose your data.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the next question is, please, can you show us how to stake a card file, DWG, on the data logger?
I did that now. I did that.
Okay. Okay, next question. Sir?
I did that during the tutorial, during the webinar.
Okay. So the next question is from Ifoluwa. He says, I use the Survey Master with Sinogenesis. There's a function on the normal data logger, but I couldn't find it on the Survey Master. The function is distance to last coordinate.
Oh, is there?
Yes, he's saying he can't find it on the data logger, but I should please show him.
Data logger.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you come to survey, topo survey settings, it's on. I talked about. Okay, I didn't mention that one. See it here. Can you see, my friend?
Ifoluwa, can you see?
Yes, I'm with you. Yes, I'm with you.
Okay.
So you just make this one visible, eh? That's all. Change in distance. You can see it.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Yes. Just put it on, eh? That's all. Next question.
All right. I have two more questions.
Okay.
The second question, he said the survey app is permanently activated on the data logger, but I also have Survey Master on mobile device Android phone. How can they all be activated too?
Talked about that now. I said that one for the phone you have to buy if you want to use 3.4 above. 3.4 below is free. It's free. If you want to use on phone, you need to buy for from 3.5 above. It's not free. You need to buy $185. $185 for the license.
Okay, his next question. Does the data logger support SIM card? How would the SIM be inserted?
Yes. It will be. You just put it inside now. Just unscrew it and put it inside. It will work. But what we always advise is this: if you want to put any SIM card inside your data logger, let it be a SIM card you are not using again. We don't want you open your data every time you're opening your SIM card, you move the SIM from here to there. No, we don't want that. Just get a SIM, preferably MTN. Check that it is working, it is browsing data, put it inside and just lock it, screw it in there. It works, it's okay. That one is even good because it's better to have SIM on your data logger than sharing hotspot all the time. Because when you are sharing hotspot, sometimes people call you and it affects the network.
Okay, thank you, sir. So this question is from Oladayo. He says, is it possible to import in DXF format?
I showed you now how to DWG. Can you put DWG? Card.
Okay.
All of them are card now, yeah.
Okay. But I think you explained this one. He was asking about NTM coordinate system, how it can match with Google. You've explained it. The work has to be in WGS84. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, he said, can we also have a session on how to use the road stake functions? That he's into roadworks. This is from Richard. Richard.
Okay, maybe we can plan for that later. We can plan for that later. But for now, you can just plan your road on your AutoCAD, and you can stake out on stake out on ground. But later we can plan for that one. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the last question is from Omotayo. He says,
okay.
He says, please, sir, after I have done all the necessary setup, it's fixed. I observed some points before, but then I could not find it. I later re-observed it. When I preview it, it was supposed to align on the same point observed before, but there was a little shift. What can I do about it? Or what can I say is the cause of the shifting?
This one is a bit complicated because one is saying that the point disappeared. What does it mean that it disappeared? Then he observed it. He observed it. How did he re-observe all the points? Then he said shift. How many centimeter shift or millimeter? What is the shift?
Okay. Omotayo,
maybe he can.
Let me unmute him so that he can speak. Omotayo, please raise your hand. Omotayo, is he still in the meeting, in the webinar? Okay, it's not. Omotayo, you can unmute and speak if you're still here. Please, if you have questions, you can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself now. Do you have questions from anybody? Taiwo, you can unmute yourself. Mr. Taiwo.
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, your hand is raised. Your hand is raised, sir. You can speak now.
Yeah. Sorry, the question has been taken care of. But okay. I think I have a gift from Sylvia Andrew before.
Okay, yes. So please, favor, collect his contact information. He's going to get one sign-up cap.
Okay, sir.
Answering that question. The first answer that question.
Okay, sir.
Please get his details. So.
Sir, please drop it in the chat box.
No, I will drop it. Thank you.
If you look while your hand is raised, you can speak. You can unmute yourself. Omotayo, you're back. Omotayo, you just joined now. We are addressing your question, so we need you to elaborate more. So you can unmute yourself.
All right, thank you, Ma. All right, okay. I picked a point last week with instruments. So, but for me to check, maybe the point is correct, but I was unable to preview it. I later picked the point. I picked it twice. So later I now went ahead to check it and preview it. I was able to preview it, but the points now shifted from each other. But at the same, like a point one, the same point one now shifted by little points. as little decimal something. But I was not imagine what will have been the cost of the shifting. So that's why I want to know that it will repeat itself again. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Savio, I don't know the situation of your site, and you said you connected successfully and it was showing single. If it's showing single, you cannot get the same point. Single is like a GPS. You have to pick your points on fixed if you want it to, for precision and accuracy. It has to be on fixed solution for you to pick a point. So if you pick it on fixed solution, then what the difference you get will be just RTK difference, few millimeters, 1 cm, 2 cm, very small. You understand? So make sure you pick your point on fixed solution. The other thing is also distance to the base, distance to the course matters a lot. If you are far from the course station, if you pick a point now, if you come back later, because you are far, you will see a little shift, which is but within the accuracy of third order cadastral work, just small. Sometimes you see 1 cm, 2 cm, 3 cm when you are far from the course. You understand? Because there's no way you can be 40 kilometers from a course station, and you pick a point now, and then you come back later, and you get the same exact because all the errors over that distance cannot be completely cancelled, except in a situation whereby you have a network of course, a dense network of course, then all of them are cancelling each other's error. But in Nigeria, we only use single base course. So if you are far from the course, you'll be seeing little error, but nothing significant that will stop you from delivering a good job.
All right, thank you, sir. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Richard, you can speak now. Mr. Richard, your hand is up. Mr. Richard, do we still have questions? If you have questions, you can unmute yourself.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh,
Can you hear?
Thank you. Thanks for the session. And thanks to the moderator. I was the one who asked about the survey master connecting to my South receiver. So my Bluetooth, everything is working perfectly. But I don't know. I'm thinking, is there any probably a restriction like the survey master? Like I have the Cyanogenesis controller and I have survey master on it. The data logger come with pre-installed survey master on it, but it's not connecting to the GNSS receiver, to the South GNSS receiver. But when I installed survey pad, it connected using Bluetooth.
Okay, so that survey pad is SORPAD now. SORPAD.
Yes, SORPAD, yes.
SORPAD works with different brands. It's compatible with different brands. SORPAD does not belong really. SORPAD does not belong really to one equipment manufacturer. It was not built that way.
I think Geoelectric or something.
Geoelectron.
Yeah, Geoelectron. Thank you.
Geoelectron. Yes. So SORPAD was not built as a proprietary software for any particular company. Do you understand? Even though it was built by a company that is linked to another brand, which I don't want to mention. I don't want to be marketing them. But what I'm trying to say is that SORPAD works with different receivers. Survey Master works with Cyanogenesis receivers. Yeah. Now, if you have Cyanogenesis receiver and you have a South receiver, you will need the data logger of the two of them. Do you understand? You use the South, for example, let's say your South is the base and the Cyano is your rover. let's assume the south is the
Okay.
base, the sino is your rover. You will use the south data logger to configure the base as the south base for it to start transmitting as a base. Once it has started transmitting as a base, you will now use the sino controller to configure the sino as a rover. As long as the two of them are on the same frequency and protocol, they will get fixed on the sino.
Okay. Though
Yes, you can't use
a colleague of mine,
Yeah.
a colleague of mine said, maybe instead of connecting to the rover through Bluetooth, that there is another option. So when I saw this webinar, my mind just said, "Oh, I must attend so I can table that question. Like, is it restriction from the company that?"
It's not restriction. The app was not built for other receivers. It was built for sino receivers.
Okay.
Just like you're trying to use Leica software with sino. Do you understand? Leica software was not built to work. So that's the issue. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. So we have another question from
how many more questions though?
3 more, sir. 3 more. But
okay, 3 more, then we close. Any extra question will be for evening session, Any extra questions after these 3 questions?
Okay, sir. So Oluwatunji was asking, I didn't know if it was explained earlier. If one has a large work to do, like setting out a layout job on ground, how does the software have a setting out option? Yes.
Now setting out and stake out are the same thing.
Yes.
Yes, it can just load his layout. His AutoCAD layout. You should just copy it to the Survey Master, and then it can just be staking out points, staking out all his pillars from there.
Okay, sir. So the next question is from Victor Akinola. He said, after I connected successfully, it remains on single throughout the day. I couldn't fix any point at all.
That one, how can we help a surveyor that does not get fixed? What can we do now? We don't know the situation. First, we don't know was he using base and rover, or did he connect to core station? If he connected to core station, was there internet on his data logger? So there are many variables there. So maybe that one, I don't know, except if he's here, he can tell us what he tried to do.
He's showing that he's trying to reconnect. So I think we might just have to ask specifically.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe he can drop his contact. He can drop his contact and we can help him.
Yes, sir. I think that's all, because the last question was really a question. You said my question was already answered previously. So
okay.
I think
Thank you very much. Thank you. We really appreciate all of you that showed up for this webinar. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. You're also welcome to join us for the evening session. I hope your concerns were addressed. So if you have more questions, you can join the evening session and we'll address them there. So thank you. We appreciate your time and your interest, and we hope to leave you more empowered and equipped. So thank you and have a good day. Bye.